Hey everyone, Mr. MC here. This is a guide for round 2 of the manufacturer series again. Let's get this started. For this first turn, brake just before you reach the 100-meter mark. Brake hard for a moment, then slowly ease off on the brakes and try to hit this apex. Carefully start to accelerate as it's easy for the car to get unstable as you go through the curbs. Just like the first turn, brake before you reach the 100-meter mark. Brake as much as you can in a straight line, then slowly ease up on the brakes once you turn in. Do not hit the yellow curb. Straighten out the car before you start to fully accelerate. Unlike the first two turns, you'll be braking a bit more before you reach the 100-meter mark. Brake as much as you can in a straight line. Do not brake on the curb. Then slowly ease off on the brakes. Just let the car cruise for just a moment, and then you can start to carefully accelerate. Then use the 50-meter mark as your braking point. Brake just as you're about to reach it. Take advantage of this curb on the left, as that will help your car rotate a bit more. When the track piece on the right joins, brake hard for just a moment, ease off on the brakes, and take advantage of the curbs once again. Then slowly bring yourself to the left side of the track. Look for the 50-meter sign on the left, and you'll be using that as your braking point, so you'll brake just before you pass it. Take advantage of the curbs once again. Carefully accelerate, then brake before the red and white area on the left ends. Brake hard for just a moment. Keep two wheels on the red and white curb, as if you go any further past that, you'll end up getting an off-track penalty. But that's all for the lap guide. Let's go ahead and talk about the strategies. For the qualifying session, you have 5 minutes to try to get a good qualifying time. So the tire wear rate is pretty low, and you're on racing hard tires, so you don't have to do any tire saving before you start your flying lap. You just go out there and try to get some good qualifying times. If you can, try to get some slipstream behind someone, as that will help out your qualifying times. And just make sure that you have enough space between yourself and those around you, so you don't get too bunched up together and end up slowing each other down. So before we go to the race strategy, I just want to quickly show you. This is me getting a 129 under slipstream thanks to the car ahead of me, just making sure that we keep that safe distance so I don't end up bunching up to him or someone from behind bunches up to me. And this is another lap without the slipstream. It's a little bit slower, and this is just to show the difference with and without the slipstream. Now let's go ahead and quickly talk about the race strategy. For the race strategy, there's not much to say other than that it's a no-stop race. The tire wear is nothing to worry about. The feel is actually going to vary between different cars. Some you will be fine, you don't have to do any fuel saving at all. Other cars you might need to do a tiny bit of fuel saving, and by that I just mean short shifting just before the bar on the bottom of the screen fills up. And other cars who like to chug on their fuel, you might have to do a bit more fuel saving by short shifting a little bit more. If you're constantly under someone's slipstream, that will definitely help out with the fuel saving, so you can be a bit more lax about that. But other than that, at least with the Porsche, just don't over rev it, because you'll come a bit closer to running out of fuel. And I'm just going to let this clip finish just to show how much fuel I had left, and I pretty much come down to 5% fuel left, which is just under a lap's worth of fuel. But other than that, tires are nothing to worry about. Fuel is going to come a bit close depending on the car you're in. You might need to short shift a little bit just to make sure that you have enough fuel when you cross the finish line. But that is all for the guide. I'm going to go ahead and sign off now. So this is Mr. MCA wishing you a good race, and I'll see you in the next video.